Hey, what's up, guys? So, if you're a laptop professional, work from home, maybe you're a business owner on your laptop as well, and you're trying to lose weight, I just want to talk to you about one of the biggest leaks that people have in their weight loss journey. And I kind of made another video about this in my last video. So, this is kind of going to be a part two about that. But pretty much, maybe you've tried to lose weight, right? The last year. So, the way I measure success in my own life is every time I look back a year from now, like May of last year of my life, I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, I made progress, right? I made progress, genuine progress. But I think the way you should measure success is you have to look a year back at your life and you have to ask yourself, have I made progress? Right? Ask yourself, have I made progress? So 12 months back, I want you to do this exercise with me. If you are overweight or you're obese or whatever the case may be, I feel for you, right? A lot of my clients struggle with that before they join the program, but just do this exercise with me. 12 months ago, where were you at with your weight loss journey, right? Maybe you lost 10 to 20 pounds, whatever the case may be, right? But you've hit a plateau, right? Or you haven't lost any weight at all. But just do this exercise with me. 12 months back, right? Where were you at until now, right? I think the most popular case with this exercise is, yeah, maybe I lost 10 to 20 pounds, but I've seen a little bit of a plateau. There's one very key problem that I see from people who are trying to lose weight. And I talk about this a little bit in my previous video, but pretty much we're surrounded by all of these people. They just eat whatever. They don't track their calories. They don't really care about weight loss. They're just like, oh yeah, I got big, I got fat, I don't care, right? We're surrounded by all of these people. And when we're trying to lose weight, we're trying to get in great shape, trying to improve ourselves, oftentimes this can mess with us, right? Because you'll get condescending comments. Oh yeah, you're on a diet, right? Or, oh yeah, he's on a diet. You know what I'm saying? You get all these condescending comments and maybe you don't understand what the problem is. You're like, you just made the comment. But I have to tell you that when people make condescending comments, they're trying to tear your spirit down. This is a very real thing, right? Energy affects energy. They're trying to tear you down when they make those condescending comments. And it affects your spirit and it can get you to give up, right? There's a stat that says like 2 or 3 embarrassing moments in your life will get you to give up. 99% of people, after 3 embarrassing moments in their life, they'll give up whatever they're doing, right? So you have to understand, you have to guard your environment. You have to guard your environment, especially when you're on a weight loss journey, right? Because 99% of people, they're not going to feel you. Right? They're not going to feel you. And so that's why I'm going all in on building communities. And I actually just built a free community. And I'll get into the power of communities in a second. But personally, I'm in a handful of communities. I'm the head of about 4 communities right now, currently for different things. But in a community, guys, you have support. You have people that will encourage you. You'll have people that ask the same questions. You'll realize that when you're in a community, someone else will ask a question and you'll get an answer to your question and you didn't know. You thought you were the only person struggling with this problem, but that other person was struggling with the problem as well. And so that's the power of community, the power of fellowship, to be able to go and find encouragement, realize that people are doing the same thing as you, are going through the same struggles versus, in real life. The people you surround yourself with are probably not trying to lose weight, right? But an online community, they're trying to lose weight, right? An online community that is maybe a laptop professional as well, maybe a business owner as well, is also trying to lose weight. They're coming together in fellowship, in perfect harmony, because they're all going after the same goal. It's so powerful, guys. And so that's why we just built a new Facebook group. I'll link it in the description below, but pretty much I put my 73-page book called Grocery Shopping for an Aesthetic Physique in the group. When you join, you'll have access to it, as well as my macros guide as well, and a couple other bonuses inside the group for you guys to help you on your weight loss journey to finally succeed. Okay, nothing I do is important if nobody succeeds. And so my number one goal with Full Body Flight is to make an aesthetic physique within reach. Okay, make everybody believe that they can obtain an aesthetic physique in the next 6-12 months. It's going to be crazy. Okay, we're going to shake up the health world, right? We're all about instilling beliefs. And so that's why I created this new Facebook group right here. And obviously I got one for my clients, but this one is in general a Facebook group for everybody, right? So highly recommend getting in there, fellowshipping with other people that are also on their weight loss journey as well. Very powerful, and some free resources in that group to get you going. So guys, I can't stress this enough. Groups are the most important thing in the world, right? Especially with all the chaos going around in the world. You can come in, find your tribe of people that are going through the same thing as you, okay? An actual group that's there on the same mission, that's going through the same stuff. So powerful. Okay, so now we understand how powerful communities are, especially in this day and age. Now, let me just go to the power, the rankings, the hierarchy, right? The pyramid and the hierarchy of groups, right? So at the very bottom of the hierarchy of groups are free groups, right? And free groups are pretty much like the group that I just created, right? They're free. These are typically not valuable, and I'll explain why the one I just created is a little more valuable than the typical free group, right? So typically free groups, if you're in whatever type of free group, right, what you'll find is it's just a massive pitch fest, right? So everybody in there, so let's just say you go into a health group, right? And, there's XYZ personal trainer in there. You're like, hey, I've got a workout plan and a meal plan that I'm selling for $97, right? Who wants it, right? That's like every single health and fitness group out there. And it dilutes the quality of the group, because when you go into the group, like, there's no reason to go into the group because there's absolutely no value, right? Because you just know, okay, it's just a pitch fest from XYZ personal trainer on the internet that you don't know, that could be a scammer, whatever the case may be, right? Like, hey, here's a meal plan, here's a fitness plan, right? Who wants it? I feel your pain if you're in some of those groups where all they want to do is extract money from you when you come into the group. We all feel it, right? We all feel it. And that is actually the problem with free groups. And that's why it can be extremely valuable to pay for groups, to be a part of groups, because when groups are behind a paywall, then you know that the quality is going to be just 10x, because if you paid to get in, there's going to be less people, right? And less is more, right? Less is more. But I'll tell you why our new Facebook group is actually a little bit different from, those massive pitch fests where all they do is try and extract money from you. So our new Facebook group, it's pretty small currently, but there's going to be no pitches. There's going to be no pitches allowed. It's straight value, and I go live 1 or 2 times a week. So right now I've got a couple meal plans in the guide section, gut health meal plans. I've got a macros guide, and I got my 73-page book on grocery shopping. And then as well, we're going live inside the group. And so already no pitches allowed, right? It's not just going to be people trying to sell shit. It's going to be actually people coming in there, fellowshipping, encouraging one another on their weight loss journey with actionable items inside the Facebook group, so that you can already come in there and lose, your first 10 to 20 pounds pretty quick off of the resources that are inside the group. So recommend going down below and joining the new Facebook group that I put together for you. But in general, free Facebook groups or free groups, whatever, school's new now as well. But just in general, guys, free groups are the least valuable groups in general. Just, when you look at the spectrum, the free groups are going to typically be the least valuable groups. And then mid-level tier groups, right? Here are the mid-level tier groups where, maybe you paid $47 a month or $97 a month or whatever the case may be to be inside the group. Those groups are more valuable than the free groups, right? That most people are joining and coming into. But the problem with those types of groups is when you're paying $47 a month or whatever the case may be, you're paying like $9 a month, or, it's like the same thing as if you go and buy a $9 ebook on getting abs. Do you really believe that if you pay $9 to get inside a group, that you're actually going to get abs? You know what I'm saying? And so those mid-level tier groups, they're better than the free groups, right? But the $47 a month group, that's kind of like what I made my free group, right? Because I don't really see a point in charging 47 bucks a month, to provide value, because I know, because, my program, I do have a high level mastermind program that's much more in depth. It's one-on-one coaching, whatever the case may be, right? But I know it's for a specific type of client, right? I'm not out here trying to serve like the whole world. I want to, but I can't serve 1,000 clients, right? My highest level mastermind program for weight loss is for a specific type of person, and I can only help so many people inside of that group. And so those people who are paying, they get my full attention. The Take Flight coaching program, it is for a specific type of client, right? And most of you guys, I'll just be frank, no offense, but most of you guys just aren't qualified to be in that group, right? And so that's why I made the free group, right? With all those resources, my 73-page book on grocery shopping, my macros guide, and my meal plans are all inside of that group for you. But the mid-level tier groups where you're paying like 47 bucks a month or 97 bucks a month or something like that, it's just, I don't want to say there's no value in them, but I almost want to say they should be free, because when there's no one-on-one implementation, when there's no like, hey, installing these infrastructures into your life on a day-to-day basis, it's like, you're not going to get the result. You're not going to get the result. And for me, it's like, if I come out with like any type of like paid product, I want to know that there's going to be a 90+% chance that anybody who comes through the program is going to get the result, which is lose their next 20 to 50 pounds. And so that's what I call the mid-level tier group, right? Where it's like 47 bucks a month, 97 bucks a month. It's fairly cheap, but it's like, is it going to get the result for you? Is it customized to you? Or is it just a cookie cutter? Most of those programs are cookie cutter. And so that brings me to the highest tier of groups that you can be a part of, communities, high-level paid communities, right? And these are typically more expensive communities, but they're more exclusive, right? And that's kind of what the Take Flight coaching program is. We don't have that many people in it. It's a very exclusive program. We're in-depth one-on-one coaching. In our program, you get access to me 24/7. It's one-on-one coaching. We got multiple coaches inside the group that specialize in different areas. And we're about to add a lot of different specifications inside the group as well. Like, for example, there's a lot of different areas in weight loss that we need to focus on. So like in my program right now, currently the first phase, which is metabolic optimization. We have the second phase, which is hormone priming phase, which is priming your hormones for fat loss. And then the third phase is gut health mastery phase. And we're actually just about to do an 8-week in-depth gut health summit for our clients in the Take Flight coaching program. And so the highest form of groups, premium groups, right? Where people come in and they're able to get personalized plans that's based on their actual situation, right? You can listen, you can go on YouTube and, you can get some pretty solid weight loss advice. But if it's not customized to your hormones, your personal environment, right? Your personal circumstances that you're going through currently right now, then it's going to be less effective. And so those are the three hierarchies of groups. First and foremost, we've got the free group, which is, it's not really valuable at all. Second tier is we've got the mid-level groups where maybe 47 bucks a month, 97 bucks a month, or there's some value, but it's not enough value to actually hit your goal. And then at the top, we have the premium groups, right? Where it's like you're paying more money, but you're getting specific one-on-one customization catered to your lifestyle and what you're going through currently. And so that is at the top, the highest level of community you can be inside. But with that being said, guys, we just launched a free group where I placed my 73-page in-depth book on grocery shopping for an aesthetic physique. I placed that inside of our Facebook group, as well as a macros guide and as well as a couple meal plans for you to get you kick-started on your weight loss journey. And I actually made this free, right? But the catch is there's no pitches, there's nothing, anything. We're not in there to sell you anything. We're in there to just provide value, because I simply can't serve tons of people, right? And so this is my way of kind of giving back to the community and my way of serving the people that will never work with me personally one-on-one. But when I think back about what our mission statement is at Full Body Flight, The mission statement is that we want to make us an aesthetic physique within reach, right? And if that's our mission statement, we have to come out with something like this that we can still touch lives that we wouldn't otherwise. If that sounds like you're trying to lose your next 20 to 50 pounds, but you don't really have any type of a community, or you don't really have any type of guidance, but you need some, then go down below and join the free Facebook group. Okay, it's free, and I've got those free resources, my 73-page book on grocery shopping. I've got my macros guide, and I've got a couple meal plans for you in there as well. So if that sounds like something you benefit from, go down below and join the Facebook group. But with that being said, guys, join a community. It's the most important and often most overlooked part of any goal you're trying to accomplish. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.